Tribe of Noise Music. 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 Tribe of Noise Music.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Jim Rat. How's the audio? Can I get an audio check? Can I get an audio check? Someone hit me with some thumbs up in the YouTube chat for an audio check. Ooh, we got 104 in here already. Splendid. One on Twitch. I just throw it on Twitch. I don't know anything about Twitch. I just throw stuff everywhere. I am the spam king, the new spam king. Right now in crypto is a very interesting time. Scammers are confused. Scammers are extremely confused. What happens when scammers are confused? Scammer innovation happens. But there's not that much meat on the bone right now, still. Because I see the scam accounts coming on mine and everyone else's, like it does every bull run. But I don't see as many buyers to the scams anymore. And when I say scams, like people legitimately just like tricking you. And then there's the second level of the scam. That would be like guys that actually are pretending like they're doing stuff. It's all right if you're not doing stuff, but it's the pretending part that we don't like. That's Richard Hart and Pulsechain. I mean, it is the pretend chain. It is zero innovation. But let me not get straight into it. I want us to make sure the audio is good. I need to know that the audio is good or I will not continue. Give me a thumbs up. GMKKK. What's good? BB says, tell the truth. Oh, I will tell the truth, but most of the people that kind of know the truth, they don't really care about the details. Like some people think Richard's a scammer and always have. They don't care about the details one way or the other. What's good, bro? How I doing? Nicholas, what's good, bro? But sorry, I'm just reading my Telegram. Yeah, guys, so I've been in the crypto community for like 6 years now, or 7 years or whatever. I've seen nothing but centralized fraud, really. I mean, it's fun to learn about. It's fun to learn about making money online and stuff. And Richard Hart, you got to give Richard Hart the biceps in the chat for teaching us how to use these tools. But some of us aren't evil. Right, Richard? Like some of us could not lie out of our teeth that hard for that long. It wouldn't even work. What's good, brother? Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you, bro. So Richard, biceps in the chat, biceps in the chat. What's up? What's up? Yeah, Richard's just like a phony in every single way. And I'm not even being overkill with it. Like, ask everyone how much money he has. They just say he's unlimited rich. That's just because, yeah, he's been around, but we don't know. Ask people about his coin and they'll say they're making money from it. No, they're not. They all got wrecked. Everyone that put their money in any Richard Hart product lost everything. It's been years and years and years and years and years. We're in crypto, and this is literally, Pulsechain is piss chain. It is piss. Would you like to join the crypto live stream panel tomorrow, DOC? Of course. What is it? What platform? I'm marketing right now, so we're literally troll marketing Richard Hart. We're making money on Twitter, spamming his shit. That means there's value there. That means people are looking for that information, because there is. There's a lot of value that is trapped in Hex and can't even get out. There's a lot of value, and so people just bank on it, and that might be enough to push the marketing. But Richard has so many people that really just think he's a disgusting human being that invest in his product. But then there's this other part of it that I'm really struggling with. And it's like, is Richard like a cypherpunk, and this could be like way less evil than like the already evil world that we live in? Kind of, but Richard just lies all the time. Yeah, I'll do it, Gandhi. DM me. Let me look at it though. Let me see a stream. I'll pull it up. Or just say what the. You see, RH, when you actually work out, your hands are always fucked. Except when you work out for 6 minutes twice a year. Yeah, so we're trolling RH big time right now, and we're not stopping. I don't care if there's 2 comments or 1,000 or 1 million. Don't care, because I know it's going to collapse. Why is my fucking internet acting like it's not Ethernet? Because it is. YouTube on crypto, drunk on crypto. We'll look that up. How, Gandhi? Can you let me know if my audio and picture is good, or is it lagging? Because on my end, it's acting a little lame. So the community, the Chia community, which I was a part of, always community built token, Gymrat crypto. We already have staking in the Discord. You know, we're doing things the new way with the GRC token. Richard always told people new coins are the ones that pump. He's absolutely right. You really do not want to be the 500,000th person to the party. Richard made that clear for many years. And I tried to stick with him with his little schema, but he's failing in every single way. Failing. Richard Hart is failing. I would love to, Gandhi. I will, and I will expose everything. Anything anyone wants to know, I know all of it when it comes to crypto scams and fucking Richard. But anyway, I've always played around with the Chia blockchain. And I always knew it was better tech. I always knew it was scalable. I always knew it was efficient. I always knew it was decentralized. But I never even thought, there wasn't really tokens on it like that back then. There were a few, but I was still learning everything. Then when I come back to crypto after that bear market hiatus, because who wants to talk about crypto in the bear market? No one. It sucks. It's lame. It's just a Ponzi anyway, so it's lame. But in all comments like this, I want to see 11 p.m. UK. $11 p.m. UK. Yeah. It's a 5-hour difference, so EST is 5 hours behind. All right. Is that tonight? If you hit me with the DM, I will be there, but I might forget. The only thing would be forgetfulness. It's a bear market for crypto that Richard Hart has a hold of. Anything that Richard Hart created, touched, had anything to do with is going down so fast and so violently. And guess what? FTX got their money back. Celsius got their money back. Everyone got their money back. Guess who's not getting their money back? The people that just gave it all to Richard Hart and told him to sit there, and now you think Richard's going to dump back into an illiquid coin? Even there always will be holders that are going to get infinitely rich off of him. I don't know if he'll be able to stomach it. Unless he has a plan, pdai is the only thing that can save Pulsechain. For opening my mind, yeah. Shut up. Gains Club, shut your mouth. You did not do that. You did not do that. Shut the fuck up. I know you're trolling. I know that's a troll because I don't think you should do that all at once. That would be dumb. But good to see you, Crypto Gains Club. Ethereum is centralized garbage, and it's absolutely a terror. And it created an absolute cesspool of horrible innovation for scammers. But when it went, Ethereum broke when it went from proof of work to proof of stake. That's what everyone got wrong. That's the bet everyone went on. It was the wrong bet. It was always the wrong bet. It was easy to tell it was the wrong bet because it breeds centralization. Who has 32 ETH in order to do a validator? Like nobody. Already centralized. And then there's 100 other fucking reasons. NJ-Dub, Ethereum. But this is still a bear market? Not really. It could be a bear market really quick. Everything in RH is a bear market. It's Richard completely manipulated everyone. You should have sold forever ago and just bought back forever ago. But Richard kept incentivizing you not to, right? He is willing to go further to the evil than anyone else. For real. Like he's willing to do stuff for money that other people are just simply not willing to do, including myself. And he might not have thought it at the time. He might have actually tricked himself into thinking he was doing something nice. But it was all part of a plan. That's how humans are. Just like, let's go over. So today we're trolling RH for the 100th day in a row. And the community launched a coin on an actually good blockchain. Why, I don't let you post links? Let me look at it. I'll just look it up. RH was on that channel, Drunk on Crypto. Let me just look it up. Well, we can look it up together. I'll share screen. Oh, is this? Oh, I remember this. Yeah, cool. Do they show face? Is this Discord? All right, cool. Yeah, count me in. Count me in. I'll do it. I'll jump on there. Let's show people CoinMarketCap, right? The site that Richard always said was horrible, but it's the only one you can actually get information on. Like Dex Screener, you can hardly get information on because guys like Richard have rigged that shit by now. Oh, market cap doesn't matter. Brr, 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 brr. What a dumb fuck for even saying that. Market cap really matters so much if you're not in a complete shit coin that has no liquidity per supply. Bitcoin's up 2.76% on the 7-day. Ethereum's down 3% on the 7-day. Solana's breaking even. Dogecoin down. Sui down. I think this is the cycle where a lot of older altcoins get destroyed because they really are useless. Most of them. Like, I just think this is a sideways market with Ethereum until all the shit coins die. Like, the shittiest ones are dying first, Pulsechain and stuff. They don't even get listed here because they all know Richard's a scammer. So they do not want to put liquidity up or because he has 95% of the supply. Richard used to just preach that him having all the supply makes everything better. The truth is it makes everything 100,000 times worse. You can't get listed on anything. Nobody trusts the liquidity. All of the back end for each pair is fake. Might as well call it fake. So why do we migrate over to Chia, right? That's what I did personally. Gains Club's just like trolling, I think, but it's a way better move. And it's not because I'm just hammering home the native asset. It's because, Richard used to mention a walled garden, right? That's just what that basically means is there's places in crypto that aren't necessarily 100% interoperable, right? So Chia, like when Hex first came out, it was just one USDC hex pair, one ETH hex pair. And it was so narrow, right? It was so narrow, dude. $100 pushed that chart up 1%. $300 pushed that chart up 5%. Richard just used that as a coin. And I'll show you the exact same thing right now. Like I'm literally doing this right now, but I'm being honest about the whole thing. I'm showing everyone how it's done. But it's on a safe blockchain with real market cap, with real liquidity, with real numbers that are associated with the actual metrics. Are you serious, Gains Club? If you're lying, I'm pissed. But if you're being honest, I'm not pissed. Dude, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck Jack's doing, but it seems to be like the same fucking thing Richard's doing. I'm just the only one that's just going to be honest about the whole thing and just show you what is actually happening and why putting max value into something like GRC is stupid. If you go to a brand new coin and put all your money into it, you're going to just push the price up too far. Now, I put a lot of liquidity in there, so it's kind of prepped. Like I am a pro at, I mean, not me necessarily, but the way that GRC was done, the liquidity got strong quickly instead of it just going to infinitum and then everyone losing their mind, because that's reckless. Sup, big dog? Oh, we're getting some action here in the chat. Crypto Gains Club, don't ever think that I would judge you for 1 second for anything that anyone in this community ever did. I never would. I did the same exact thing. What do you make of the less than 2 months statement? What's coming? Oh, Richard is pushing the pony down the hill as long as he can until this thing spirals to the point where pumping it again is almost the easiest thing of all time. Richard, the only play Richard has is to get everybody that has liquid bags to sell. So he has to just go full cult mode, because a lot of those long-term stakers will always shill because it's just in their best interest and they have no reputations in life anyway. So it doesn't matter if they are like intelligent, they'll just shield because there's always a greater fool. There's always someone that will buy your bullshit. You want to get to bullshit early, day 4, day 5, week 3, week 6. If you get into stuff that sticks around at that time, you're done. It's good. You're fine. You literally, the price will probably blow past that point pretty quick and then return. But you're always going to be in the green if you're kind of early. This isn't Solana. People don't even know about Chia yet. I launched a coin and people know about it in the tech scene. But investor guys like me, just like average gym rat bro, I'm like the first of my kind to make it here. Which one? Which? You can't comment on YouTube. Oh, it might be subscriber only mode. What's up, Bigfoot? And I do have to give props to Richard Hart for a couple of things too. I've been hard on him, so hard, because he is the biggest scammer in crypto, literally. Richard Hart is the #1 scammer in crypto. He might have legal loopholes to make it not legally scammable, but the truth is, like, he ended up with everyone's money and now he's blocking everyone. Just read between the lines. Like, Richard Hart blocks everyone, people that did stuff for him for years and decades, and he milked every dollar out of everything they ever had, and now he just blocks every single one of them because he needs everyone to sell. Why is my chat sensitive to bad words? I don't like that. Oh my God, Gains Club seeing the light. This is so big. Oh my God, Gains Club is so... This is so big. Let me go to my settings real quick. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, I don't know what's going on with the chat, but I'll figure it out later. My attention span's too short right now. Rolling Zuko, what do you think about this shit, bro? Why don't you leave a comment and tell me what the fuck you think? I want to know what you think. Dude, it's all smoke and mirrors. Don't abandon the OGs, bro. They abandoned fucking me a long time ago. Everyone abandons everyone. How can I not be in the GRC? It's just the beginning. Dude, this is the guy that was dropping 50 clips into fucking GRC last night. 256 live right now. I'm so happy with these numbers. I don't even want a crazy crowd when I'm talking about this stuff because I don't want it to get out of hand yet either. It's harder to manage or at least think about. But let's look over here just to get an idea of it's honk. Bermuda Capital is the trust that is with Chia Network. So Bitcoin's up, Ethereum's fine. People really want to haunt this 2,500 price. It's not that bad. It's not that bad even if there's downside. Oh shit, things are moving right now. Altcoins are getting smushed right now. I'm gonna go over to Dex Screener and see how bad Pulsechain's getting demolished. I don't even have to look. pdai might be doing some bullshit. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's all Fugazi. It's down on the 1 hour. Oh my God, he is dumping, dude. RH is pissing on this chart right now. Oh, look at that. Capitulation. I told everyone, guys, capitulation is happening. Everyone has to sell. If you're with me, please, if you're an investor, if you have a lot of money in this, please, 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 something like Pulse, that's absolute vapor, that's absolute piss, that it takes years to figure out the actual metrics on why and how horrible this actually is. And I just have the ball sack to say the truth rather than just ponying up to a lie. I don't play like that. But the truth is, Richard is abandoning everyone. But that's the only way to make the price chart go back up. That's the only way. Richard created something that people held on to for no fucking reason. The truth is, smart people cheated that shit. It's easier to talk like me. It's easier to talk like me when you already cheated the shit way higher. So if it goes down another 70%, I will buy it. I'll buy it. And I think it will. I think it has to. I think there's only way that this thing could possibly go up. There's still believers. People are still saying they're grateful for Richard Hart. What morons. I mean, how broke and stupid could you actually be to be grateful for this is the best product he's ever made? Ever. 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 Number one product for him. All-time lows. That's as low as it fucking gets, boys. That's as low as it fucking gets. And I was saying this shit from Valhalla right here because I knew. Lower, 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 lower. Let's talk 4 zeros. I want 5 zeros. I need 5 zeros on Pulse or I am not touching it. It's at 4 zeros, 2, 3, 4, 8. So if it goes to 5 zeros, I'll do a live fucking buy. I will smash like 5 G's on it. And then I'll get everything back that I ever did because I sold at such a higher rate. And guys, if you're using Pulsechain, I am here to help at this point. At this point, I know Richard Hart better than fucking anyone, obviously, that's willing to say the truth and have a platform. It's a little bit sketchy doing this too, believe it or not. Dude, how bad's the LP? What's going on with the LP? Dude, the chat is bumping again. People are vibing for your boy. I'm telling you, I'm trying to help. Dude, I love this shit more than anyone. I rode for this shit more than anyone. Why wouldn't I have just left and invested in something else? Because I believe that Richard's doing something that's wrong. I know. Is that Profeta? Dude, so Profeta is a guy for serious that has known this information longer than me. That's only because he actually has looked at this information longer than me, and he can digest these numbers rather easily in his head intuitively. And I'm starting to be able to now too. And it takes years, Perfetto, right? It takes kind of years to be like, oh, you can see the metrics with liquidity, volume, market cap, getting to know a crypto. And now I just know by merit of there's not enough money in the fucking world to push this thing up at this level. But if everyone goes to zero, like pdai did, then things can go up 16x. Just for an example, I'm going to show you. If I know the coin that I came out with that's secure, it has a 55 million cap supply, and you can still get a whale position of for like $500. I know that it's going to outperform everything Richard did because it's just a math problem, dude. I could make it go up more than that shit with like $1,000 a month and like a little bit of community participation and some LP that I already set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard is what I'm saying. It's not difficult. Richard just wanted to make you think that doing this was hard. Hold on. Richard wanted to psych you out to make you think doing this was hard. This is what Hex looked like in the beginning. Actually, it went down, 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 and then back up. But it's the same shit. I launched the coin. Here, and first of all, I didn't launch the coin. A developer did. So I had really just bought it on the market. That's all I ever did. I never owned it. I never has my name. The only thing is the description that I just wrote because this is what it is. And I'll read everything, but I want you to know these metrics. It's so easy. It's so easy. But you have to have a little hype. The only thing is a little hype. If you got a little hype and a little bit of money, like a little bit, Richard told everyone he was rich as shit. That's probably, oh, that's why he pumps Hex. Dude, I'm calling bullshit on that too. Like, who knows what kind of insider deals this dude owes, because this is all Fugazi. I thought this would have been hard to do. And I'm not saying it's the easiest thing on planet Earth, okay? It's not like having hype in a platform and actually leaning into something's not easy, but it ain't that hard, bro. It ain't that hard. These are all not me buys. I mean, I definitely bought some right here, and I obviously bought some right here because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, dude. Like, but then you start realizing the metrics, like there's no one left to sell. Like, everyone already sold out right here because I bought all this. So then it just makes the next floor up. And if you launch the coin, you can see it a little more fluidly. But it's just a stairway to heaven. I mean, it's not hard. And guess what? There's real liquidity in here. You know, wonder why? There's literally $7,000 or $8,000 of my coin sitting in there. There's not that many people that can even sell that much. There's probably 3 or 4 people that could take like 2 or 3 grand out of this because it's brand new. I just want to show people the truth. This is the truth. When you do a sacrifice with $4 billion and give everyone credit for your coin, it goes down, straight down forever, basically, until everyone sells out. This shit is easy as fuck. And Richard has always been a scammer because I'm telling you, he tried to make everyone think this was hard as fuck and confusing as fuck. And like terminally, you need to be, and a lot of us fell for it because we didn't know the arena. And like 2 years later, I'm like, oh no, this ain't that fucking hard. A little bit of hype, a little bit of marketing. Yeah, of course you need to get into it. It's Dave, 74,000 market cap. And I'm going to be streaming about it for 6 months fucking straight. So if something has a $74,000 market cap, 55 million total supply, and you can still buy shit for nothing. Yeah, buying now is low risk, obviously. But in the future, and it's just fun money more. Like the buys that are coming in, there's a 39 XCH buy, a 50, $390, $50, I mean $500, $70. So like $600 is like the max that it even makes sense to put pressure on this. Just learn about it, man. Just learn about this. Like learn about this right here. XCH.trade, the first thing I look at in the morning. Did you make? No, I didn't make. This is going to be an interactive streaming token, and we do a Discord where if you send your workouts, this is what I'm building. So if you send your workouts to our verified Discord, which you have to verify 2 wallet addresses, XCH and Ethereum, and you send your morning workouts to the workout tab, GRC tab, you get the token. That's the distribution. We're going to be doing community-driven projects like crazy. And I told everyone about it before it launched. So I did it all fairly. And this is brand new. Look who's on top trending. Beppe, Jimrat Crypto. This is brand new. I just put effort into it and I'm going to see it through. That's it. I'm not going to promise anyone they're going to make $1 billion, but it's easy to make money on crypto when it's 74,000 market cap. That's what Richard taught everyone forever. If you either buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, XCH, Solana, everyone does meme coins sometimes. I'm telling you, this one's probably a better bet just because it's low metrics and it just started. But that doesn't mean it's a better bet in fucking 9 months. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just telling you that early entry in crypto, that's the only reason I've ever made money. In hindsight, Richard wanted me to think it was some sort of a staking mechanism, although there is staking, but you don't have to lock your coins. So if you join the verified Discord, this actually starts today. It was supposed to start, but we had a little bit of confusion. It's like you don't have to put your coins anywhere. If you're in the verified Discord, which you come to my Telegram, and let me drop my Telegram in here because I'll probably miss the specifics. And I got guys that can help in the Discord. I mean, in the Telegram, and I can help. No, I know. It's a sensitive subject a little bit because I rode so hard, Gandhi. I rode so hard for what I thought was better, and it ended up not being better. And then I realized all you have to do is just do something better yourself. And if it's not going to be the next reserve, I think the world is coming to this point where they're realizing all of this is kind of bull ass and communities are just going to start coming together. I'm building a community. It happens to have a coin with a 55 million max supply that's 72,000 market cap that I own like 13% of, I think. And I have 5% for giveaways, which we'll be doing giveaways constantly. And I'm setting up LP pools on base. You can get exposure on base. No, that's not it. That's not correct. There's plenty of staking yield for people that have 100 million hex and they stake it every 2 months. Yeah, no, I'm not used to it. This is all new to me. But I'm taking a stand because what I see in crypto is so ridiculous that let's just do it. Like, I tried to be the smart dude and the guy that was helping out for so long, and it's just like, dude, I'm just going to build something and not rug it. All you have to do is not rug it, and Richard Hart cannot do that. Richard Hart is a full-time rug artist. All he does is the slowest rug in history, and he tells everyone, yeah, I'm going to do a Vegas token. I'll blow this shit up. I'll spend every waking moment just to show everyone. This ain't about Richard being smart. Richard is just a marketing salesman, con artist. And he told you all the time. Some of us are actually decent guys. I'm not perfect. I have ADHD and I fucking ignore people all the time, and I have a scatterbrain, and I like to be in my room by myself most of the time, but I'm not trying to fuck anyone's life up either. And that's what Richard doesn't mind doing. Richard, oh my God. Oh my God. If this is real, dude, if you're not trolling, I'll freak out. And I will send you a little bit to do an LP for me just because you've literally been here with me since day fucking one. All I'm saying is if you're betting on me to be a better streamer in a year than I am right now, then I think the value of this will definitely go up from this point. That doesn't mean if it did another 3x, it wouldn't have a little bit of, but I'm just telling you, I'm good at crypto. There's a reason I'm over on Chia launching a token and not on Pulsechain, because Pulsechain's backing is destroyed. The Pulsechain has no back. All the back is Richard Hart's vapor in his wallets. All right. Crypto Sailor. Good to see you. Yeah, so this is the Richard Hart troll campaign. Like, people don't understand. I'm going full lengths with it, and I'm going to literally, there's nothing on chain you can verify that I'm not doing legit. I'm literally moving money to Aerodrome and 9mm slowly because the liquidity is so thin over there. When you're moving an e-liquid coin on a new DEX, you don't move thousands of dollars at a time because you will not somebody will take advantage of that. You just move a couple hundred at a time and fill those pools so that way people can get Ethereum exposure on 9mm. So I'll show you exactly. No. No. I'll focus on Richard. Gains Club, you might just be a smaller whale than me. No, dude, Brister, I'm telling you, Gains Club will ruin your life. He'll make your position really lame. Brister's a whale, I think, too. But no, Richard brought that energy, and then good guys like me fell for it. So guess what? He's getting that energy back. Let's go over to my Twitter, guys. Come on, I got the best Twitter right now. I think I have the best Twitter. Is the music still on? Oh my God, it's still on. I was in a space with this dude yesterday. Straight up, it was recorded. And I shit on Richard so bad and said he was a fucking idiot. And he was trying to scam everyone. Guess what? He's got 268.5 thousand followers. He knows exactly who Richard is. He bridged over when it first came out and got his P copies out because he's such a big whale that he said he made a lot of money on that. Yes. Let loose on RH. Buy the bottom, buy the blood, buy the death, buy the despair. I was talking to this dude for a fucking hour. He's a really nice guy. He knows a lot about certain business stuff. I don't like the whole Bitcoin trust grift. That's fine. Everyone grifts. Even, let's see. Yeah, and Richard, I might have to take you out of here soon because it's bad optics. You see Trump doing the whisper? I can't have Trump next to a fucking certified gooner. All right, so this was the funny one from yesterday. When guys like this make a self-help book, when guys like this make self-help books, don't read them. This is the worst self-help book you could ever stumble on if you fall into his little trap of moron farming. After you've seen so many useful and nice community members disappear rather too often from extreme suckitude, what is this dude smoking, dude? It's just like some portion of y'all are gonna suck and disappear for some reason anyway. So like, why must I endure the medium suck before I go full suck anyway? I think this is a very, very long list. Richard, you're the number one list. You're number one retard guy, number one fake guy, number one scam guy, number one charts down forever guy, number one got everyone to lose all their money guy, except for traders, which he told you not to trade, but the traders dominated. I got out, and that's why I have so much freedom about it. So go ahead. If you think this is hilarious, fucking smash retweet and put a meme saying, oh shit, you got burned, or whatever underneath. And look, we're underneath exposing. Oh yeah, Breetep, by the way. Is this picture legit in AI? Can you find an image elsewhere? Nowhere on the web can you find an image of this guy. AI says the portrait is almost certainly an AI-generated stock image. No photo of a real individual can be found. Here's some cool stuff. Oh, so here, this is something I wanted to highlight for all you guys on the fence. This is Richard Scumlord. RH blocked me today. After 5 years of constant support in building something on Pulsechain myself, getting everyone I knew to invest in Hex and the mission you just described, he decided he didn't want to listen to anything other than the echoes. It's a bad look, man. Yep, Richard's blocked me, obviously. Because this is what Richard's still posting. Still here, still educating. Imagine a world where marketing in mass outpaces greatly a YouTube channel. No, you are freaking, that's the next scam on the block. Whatever fucking scam he's trying to get you all to waste your time doing, do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't waste another fucking moment of your life. Richard Hart works for us now. He has to pump this shit. Get on the twerk pole, Mr. Marketer. And your YouTube channel sucks ass, and it's illegal to even for you to fucking stream anything. So you work for me now, Richard. Check out this meme. This is literally my reality right now. Because he doesn't know how long and how fucking energetic I am. I can go for years. I streamed every day for 500 days straight, and I'm not afraid to do it again. And I will talk to anyone and have open conversations about anything. Richard won't talk to anyone anymore. Anyone. Good memes. Good memes are the most important part of crypto, truthfully. Look at this. Was this a good meme? Guys, can you tell me if this was a good meme for that one thumbnail I did? Scam test results. I'm trying to know if my art is getting better with AI. I add my own little flair to it. And I'm going to give you the alpha on actually buying the token and stuff and like how I would do it and the best way to probably do it. And little bit of money is the only thing you should do with stuff like this. Stuff that's new and 72,000 market cap or 100,000 market cap can be a great opportunity. You can do like a $500 buy, no problem with slip it. But it's just like, just learn about shit and see if it's something you're into. See if you want to work out every day with the Discord guys. See if that's something you're into. Because I don't want anyone to get into a fucking bind over something. It's brand new, so these people probably won't. But I'm not projecting into the world this idea that just because something goes up 5% in a fucking day or down, like, you know how fucking long and hard Pulsechain has to recover before it can even almost do anything? And there's 500,000 holders ready to sell. Does that make sense to you? It's all about good memes. Like, what about this meme was a good one? One of my first memes. This one. That's Sami in the hotel cuck chair. Look, when I posted this, the shit was the same exact price, and they've been bulls ever since. Like, it's just like bull, 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 but they're at the same price. Richard's fudding everything. Yeah, and Richard's abandoning the core coins too because he knows it's people are figuring out that it's all illiquid. Like, people do figure out stuff. Some people aren't super dedicated to figuring out stuff, but they will eventually. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. If you realize that something's illiquid all the time and you swap things and you see slippage, you'll realize this entire fucking chain is a Richard Hart's piggy bank. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And OTC deals. You got to think Richard Hart is a guy that probably sold off his Rolexes for ETH, gave people hex for Rolexes. Like, that's what these guys do. That's what people that launch tokens do. I know, because guess what? A couple of my friends, it was low barrier to entry, so I said, hey, this is coming out. Why don't you look at the marketplace now? You'll probably get a better deal. It was 3 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever the fuck it is. It's up 568% since I posted it. But I'm not trying to make you feel FOMO. I'm trying to tell you it's easy to make something go up. People just have to like it a little bit and participate. And I'm good at participation, right? Like, I'm good. We're going to get the fitness thing going. The Discord's going. I have a full team infrastructure now, although it's like a decentralized autonomous team, like people in my Telegram, all sorts of stuff like that. And I'm not even paying anyone to do anything. This is all, they just think I'm beneficial to them and they're beneficial to me, and we're working together. It's literally how it happened. I liked the Tang Gang. I joined the Tang Gang just because I liked it. And then they got me in, and then we started making moves. Straight up. I mean, I like to make moves. But you have to join the Discord. I mean, the Telegram. And with the Telegram, I'll tell you how to get into the Discord. The Discord is a hard task to complete. I don't care what anyone says. Getting into that Discord is not easy. If you can do it, pray from you're the GOAT. It took me a while. It took a couple of my friends a while. You have to do a couple verifications, and the CAPTCHA can be a little buggy sometimes. But you'll figure out what a DID I know exactly who this is just by the name. I'll answer this, bro. You must have. I've read Sci-Vive so many times, dude. It's garbage. Why are you not winning? I'm winning. I made Yeet and #1 meme coin on Pulsechain. What? No. I don't want to make a coin on Pulsechain because the backing is Vapor. W Pulse is Vapor. It's all on Richard's wallet and it's all illiquid. He can play the fiddle with any of it. That's what I'm saying. Save yourself. Ticker GRC. Dude, was my thumbnail all right today? I used AI and old videos and old stuff. Why is my Wi-Fi so trash, dude? Oh, it's because my Telegram's up. Whoops. Yo, Sci-Vive is such trash. Sci-Vive is trash. It's a copy and paste, just like Richard's whole life is a copy and paste. Okay? Everything's copy paste. He copied the hex off of something else. And yes, the code is different, but he just hired a fucking dev for $7,000 to fucking do it. Bretep is not a real person. Richard has 150 alt accounts. He has 150 Telegram groups, and the people that got enriched from his products scammed everyone in the community. Hexy Bastard, Moon King, Matty All In. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But the whole point is they got the rest of the millions too. And then they're still complaining about people not liking them. But your reputation, RG3, all these guys, RG3 is a little bit naive, to be honest. But I'm telling you, Rackham Rochelle and that whole ring of Telegram shit is fucking bad fucking news. KR, all those dudes, bad effing news. And it's not, they're doing like Christian spaces now, dude. They're just trying to manipulate people. I'll show you exactly how a price chart works, show you the metrics, show you how to move liquidity around to give other people options. And I'll show you why they go up quickly early on. I won't tell you about it once the liquidity pools have $150,000 on both sides and it's $1 million market cap. To be honest, I don't like buying coins like that unless it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or XCH, which has way less liquidity, XCH, than the other two. I yeet already, dude. I yeet, bro. Pulsechain is a Jeet chain for Jeets only. I don't care about the game. I'm a marketer. People like me. It's fine. I don't need the whole world to fucking funnel into GRC because I already know the whole world's going to funnel into XCH. I don't have to rely on anyone. If you know how a liquidity pool works, you put $10,000 worth of GRC token on this side. You put $10,000 worth of XCH on this side. Whatever the price is now, if XCH goes up, which I think it will, I think it's at the bottom. I think the distribution process is close to being over. And they're getting the cloud wallet and they're getting these dividends to be able to be, you know what I'm saying? Bermuda Capital, keep up. Yes, and that's why we're buying it now, bruh. Because nobody was promising you on Chia that you would make money because people on Chia use their brain. And they get miners and they mine coins. You know how much it costs to mine coins? David, I'll give you a couple answers. I'll give you a couple guesses. How much does it cost to mine coins? You don't mine coins on Hex. You just masturbate into a Hex pool that burns your shit while Richard hopes to God no one's manipulating the price action that much. Yeah, Gruey's great in general. He's a great person. That's the good part about Gruey is he's a great person. He's given me stuff for no reason, and I've given him stuff for no reason, and I've supported him for no reason, and he's fucking certainly supported me for goddamn no reason. Damn it. How can you have an Ethernet in and bad connection? It's so weak. Brister, just let me know if the audio is coming in all right. I don't know what's going on. So weird. All right, well, if the audio is good, I'll just keep my picture out of it. Well, yeah, no. Well, Trayvon's a fucking idiot. I'm not betting that me and Trayvon are on the same wave here. Trayvon's always kind of been grifting, and I've always just been trying to learn, but he's always been ahead of me because he's known more. But that just makes it more grifty because he always knew more than me, and he was grifting a long time ago. So all I'm doing is putting a coin on Chia, on Chia, on Chia. The keyword is on Chia. Why didn't I do it on Pulsechain? Because I don't want to have an illiquid shit coin that has no real liquidity. I want to be on somewhere where even if the liquidity is low, it's real. That's the amount of people that are using it. I'm only 30% of one of the pools. That means other people are adding. And that's all I need. I don't need this illiquid shit, stupid place to be, right? Don't worry so much about the platform you are using. It could be anything as long as there's some kind of ecosystem. Multi-chain was always the future. Interchain is happening. What do you mean by that? Multi-chain was always the future. Interchain is already happening. Well, you want to get to stuff. You want to buy stuff before. You really want to buy stuff before it gets super interoperable. Once something's super interoperable, by definition, it basically means that so many people have traded it already and been involved in it that you're not going to get that good of a deal. Like, would you rather buy $30 Bitcoin or $300 Bitcoin kind of thing? Like, they're both good. Gandhi, who are you, bro? You're not Gandhi. I want to know who you are, Gandhi, because then I want to reference. Because if I know you had a different name, you weren't Gandhi back then. If I would have saw you. But yeah, but Trayvon just rugged. That's all. He just didn't care about the distribution. He tried to pull the RH. I have like 13%. That means all the rest of the percents are up for grabs. Like, you can be a bigger position than me for like $3 grand. So maybe not $3 grand, but like whatever. Maybe like 7 at this point, 7 or 8. Because I'm not playing it like that. I'm trying to pad these liquidity pools and just make sure that I know how much people can buy at once, but we're going to do some burning stuff that's going to blow your mind. Let me see if my camera wants to work now. Looks good to me. Let's go back to Twitter because I got on a big tangent, but really my Twitter is the key to the kingdom right now. It's the keys to the kingdom. And the Telegram, which I'll drop right here. I want to know who you are, Gandhi, and Black Levin. Is Black Levin Trayvon? Is he Black Levin? Because he went all in, dude. That dude minted harder than anyone, dude. He probably got wrecked on that. I was just, you know me, I'm a liquid seller. I can't. Look at this. Seriously? Look at this. The memes are already coming. If you're not getting into this shit, like, I didn't make this. Someone else made this. Are you kidding me? This is incredible. AI this is what real work will do. This is what real work will do. Your community will gather around you and spend real time and effort making memes and fun stuff. This is what attracts new users. This is marketing, guys. Marketing is not just lying to everyone, Richard. You don't just have to lie forever. Richard thinks that if he just lies every day for the rest of his life, then somehow, you know me, bro, since you wanted to just learn about Zen. I did just want to learn about Zen. It's exactly what I did. The fuck? I wanted to learn about Zen, and guess what I did? Now I learned about it. I sold liquid like you should have, like I preached. And then everyone else did fucking unicorn mints 150 times, like idiots. Because to be honest, I've asked Jack to come on here and talk to me, and I don't think he's really into it. I think I might be a little too nitpicky for him now. Because, I mean, to be honest, he's gathering money as much as he can. For what? Really? For what? I'm not saying it can't work out. I'm not saying he doesn't have a bigger plan. I'm saying he's on a money gathering campaign, and seems like that's a trend, right? Like, how can we get as much money as possible from people that are naive? And he never asked me to invest. And I was in the groups talking, and he never suggested it. So I'm not like, he mentioned it 100 times, but he never suggested I do it. I don't even know the metrics. Jacob is an agent of Ricky. Oh, guys, come on. You're freaking me out now. Because if we're talking about Jacob, Jacob's my dog. If you're talking about Dev Jacob. And who's a tropo? Is this? I wish I knew who y'all were by face so I could at least identify or name at least. Because you guys have like these insights, but I don't know if you're just random or if you like know everything about all of this stuff. Let's go. That gets a retweet. Spread the word on that. I think I might know who you are now. Something just clicked. Let's look at this. Where is Tone Vase, Anthony Pomp, Charles Hoskinson, and Craig Wright, LOL. So many others that called this man a scammer. Those guys that called this man a scammer, they were right. They were right. Everyone that called Richard a scammer was right. Eric Wall was right. No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm still confused about everything after they did the Pulsepot thing. All right, so we already went through Richard Fudd. Don't read his books. Brainwash, horrible. Here's the stream for today. Give this a retweet if you're in here. Oh, yeah, I've seen Mafia. I've seen the chat, but I still don't know what it is. Breetep's AI. We already discussed Breetep not being a real human. AI can confirm these type of things. That's about housing in the U.S. Don't worry about that. Good morning. Say it back. Robert Greene quote down here. The real issue with Pulsechain isn't the code, although it has 0 features. It's that Richard Hart owns it all. He's a career scam artist who uses people to fund his lifestyle. He does nothing other than collect your money. That's his only gig. Stop it. People will take from you what they can. If they sense that you are the type of person who accepts and submits, they will push and push until they have established an exploitative relationship with you. That's how Richard works. No, they're not. No, NBA, no. NBA, who are you? On Twitter. On Twitter, who are you? I need to identify so I can think about what conversations we've had already. Because no, there's no fudding. Hey, Crypto Artie. Guys, we're having fun. 375 live on X, 31 live on YouTube, 1 live on Twitch. We're only getting started. Here's Drac. If you're not following Drac, you're not a stepper. All right, so let's look at something that Orange Gooey said this morning. he doesn't always come out Kobe Bryant RIP 24. Let me look real quick. Oh, Young Buck, that's right. Yeah, gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. Cool. Kobe Bryant. Hey, shameless plug. Your PFP's dank. Yes, exact Crypto Sailor. Yes, and I know in Crypto Sailor, I want to talk to you for a second too. Everyone in here that I have ignored a little bit while trying to support as much as I could, and people that have been supporting me via retweets and commenting on things with actually intellectually stimulating comments. I've been ignoring everyone just for a little bit because my Twitter's getting really spammed. And it's really hard between all the Chia guys and all the Pulsechain guys and all the guys in the middle that are learning. Like, if you're in the Telegram, I'll talk to you about whatever, and I'll drop the Telegram. Is that Crypto Vince? OG? Is that OG Crypto Vince? Yeah, so anybody can join. We will boot you if you're just kind of like saying stupid stuff, but that's it. You can say whatever you want. Don't shill anything, really. We're just talking in there for the primary updates. There's a lot of updates with Chia, so you guys stay locked in. Oh, yeah, so meme coins on Chia with over 690 XCH LP with the most LP burned. LP burned? 1,609, 28 million. If there's only a 55 million supply, excuse me, sorry. Anyway, if you're not following this man right here, this is the mastermind. This is the man behind the scenes. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Thomas Beppe. You should follow this guy and hit notifications. He's not, he's just dropping all the info all day on everything Chia, everything memes, everything NFTs, anything like Discord. He's the one who helped me launch my token, and he is really good at everything. When I say everything, I just mean everything except talking to me on voice, because he doesn't do that. So as you can see, this is Tom Beppe. Beppe is the #1 liquidity on XCH. So bytes and blocks, and tell me this isn't good art. Like, this is what got me into it. I swear to God, the reason I bought Beppe for the first time is because I saw on Deck Screener this cool art, and I said, whoever did this art was chill. And then I went down the rabbit hole. And there's me with my chart. Whoops, that's the GRC chart, by the way. Up to date. With 20,000, 30,000 in liquidity, we're getting there. And 78 to $85,000 market cap, day 4, day 5. This will outperform everything Richard Hart's ever done in his entire life, most likely, because all his shit is going to zero. Because he has most of it, and he will sell it until, or if he like burns all his coins and like comes to Jesus or something. If you don't sell your RH tokens right now for Chia, you're gay. I mean, yeah. If you sell it for ticker GRC, you're a Chad. I top bought. Oh my God! Are you top blasting? And so this is what I do, guys. This is what I do when I check Chia stuff. You get all these airdrops for free if you're in the Discord. So join the Discord. Join my Telegram right here. Hold on. What the fuck, man? In the bridge, dude. Once you start using the bridge Crypto Gains Club, you're gonna be so chill. I got a 1K Chia DCA in the clip. I like value. HOA is cheap on Chia. HOA is cheap on Chia. Some of those coins that are doing their first like real correction after the last like bump are going down, but don't you get that twisted. Versace Ferrari is absolutely dominant. Honk, 64%. Honk is kind of going nuts right now. Look at the chart for this shit. This is probably what mine will look like. This is what I'll model it after. Look at this. Tell me that's not fucking chill as fuck. And this has been out for, what's the date on this? Since May 25th, May 1st. So it kind of started off like, it had real action back here. November 3rd. So I did all these moves, but now look at it. It's more mature now. It's ready to fly. People are coming in. You can see the structure. You can see that there's not much supply for people to be selling. Market cap, 177,000. Mine is half of that. So, and it shows you the different dexes that it's trading on down here. There's different dexes. And then it shows you all the buys and sells. And then look at this. Look at this. This is my beauty. This is my bread and butter right here. This is what 90 XCH right there. So that's what the candle for 90 XCH looks like right here. So if you have 900 bucks, that's what the candle will look like. That's a fair candle for 900 bucks, dude. Rolling. And I'm doing giveaways constantly. Dude, it's because Pulsechain is vapor, bro. I would have too. You get people to come over here. Over here. You feel me? Not over here directly, but 55 million. Did you see? I did a little teaser of how much of the liquidity was already burned. You know how many people have 55 million hex? And there's only 55 million of this in circulating supply. And it's way cheaper than hex. So that's what you kind of got to look at those metrics. Let's go, dude. You know I do giveaways like crazy. 9.62 XCH per wow. I'm going to ape. Yeah, and if you want exposure to something like this, these are all Ethereum. So this is how I got started over here, to be honest. Like, I'm being 100% honest how I got my first exposure to this stuff. Like, for example, XCH, GRC. But this is on base, right? See how it goes pulse? This is 9mm Pro. This is the amazing DEX. There's another one too that I use. I've used both because I want to add liquidity to both. And I don't know how synergetic they are yet. But you just go to base chain. If you have Ethereum on base chain, then you can swap directly for XCH, WXCH. So you're going to just swap one for one. Let's say one ETH for 240 XCH or whatever. But you would never do one whole ETH in there. I would probably do like 0.1 at a time, just because you want to learn about this stuff before you start throwing thousands of dollars around. It's another thing people kind of let you think that people want you to think that you need to dump a bunch of money into something. Like, no, you don't. Shit's not going to run away from you in 10 minutes. But like 0.1 ETH for 24 XCH, and then you swap it to XCH, and then the liquidity is between XCH and GRC. So we're keeping it pinched. I mean, there are other pools that I'm not messing with them right now. Other people can. Other people can make the pools of whatever they want for trading volume. But then I just bought on here, and like, as you can see, if we go to liquidity, this is just my streaming wallet. So I just fuck around on here and make LP pools and do whatever. So look, I got 31 XCH in this wallet, 231,000 GRC in the LP, and that is 30% of this pool. So there's 70% of the pool is other people. And that's just brand new. This is all brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Things are better when they're brand new. Why? Because nobody knows about them yet. And if you continue to market and you continue to have the stream and you continue to do crypto fitness challenges, you can continue to use GRC exclusively, because at some point you'll have to use GRC to exclusively use everything that I offer, whether that is a crypto fitness challenge, NFTs, whatever we do in the future, like whether it's merch or anything. If you only accept your native token, that can always have enough buy pressure that people that got in early at least got an amazing deal. Like, not everyone gets a great deal on shit, but day 7, day 8, day 20, day 50, you can usually think you're getting a decent deal on shit. Whoa! We talk about 9mm and XCH WGRC liquidity pools, and guess who pops right? Cookies. What? Cookies in the house. Dude, Cookies. Crypto Gains Club is on the team, bro. Crypto Gains Club is full on the team, dude. He's been watching my stream for years, watching you for years, watching everyone for years. He thinks XCH has legs, and he is ready to rock. We're top blasting GRC. Let's go. You joined the Telegram. Let's look. Let's look. You were the 100th member. Now you want Hokage. Hey, what's up? India One's Crypto. That's good, brother. All right, slumped. I'll tell you what it means. I will tell you right now what it means, but I need you to stick with me. All right, slumped? You stick with me. Dude, you're going to dude, Gains Club, welcome to fun again. You're having fun again, Gains Club. I've never had so much fun. It has never been less about the money. It's been about the network effect and understanding that we have the foundation of Chia underneath of our feet. So Chia is underneath of our feet as the tech foundation, everything we build on it. Just like I used to think about Ethereum early on. Like, if you build something on Ethereum early on, like, it had legs at that point. Chia has legs for life. It's got the tech. Hey, I'm here for the tech. And no crazy curse words or racial slurs or anything like that in the chat of Telegram, or you'll get booted. I just don't care about that stuff. It's just not important to me to cause that much controversy with slander of any sort. Yeah, so we're adding pool money slowly here. Like, I'm going to be putting in something like this every couple days just to keep everything right. And we'll see. You know, I might mitigate to V3 at some point if I want to start balling or just like having more different fun. So there is only one GRC. Oh, yeah, let me answer. Sorry, slumped. Pulsechain is 100% vapor. What does that mean? That means it's all smoke and mirrors, slumped. So Richard, I'm going to have to keep this very simple because it can get complicated quick. There's this guy named Richard Hart. He goes online and tells everybody he's rich. Everyone really just believes that he's rich because he told them. Richard loses his money in Panama in 2004, all of it, and then loses it all again leverage trading Bitcoin and not selling and being an idiot and calling himself an idiot and crying on live stream. Then he runs out of money, and then he comes out with Hex because he needs to get busy making money, and he needs to con people. Then he does OTC deals the first day of Hex. He knows he's about to go full on market mode. Hex comes out. Everything's kind of fine, to be honest. But when he knew the pyramid scheme was up, he came out with Pulsechain. Ethereum was a real backing. Hex had real backing to Ethereum. Ethereum is real liquidity. Ethereum is not controlled by Richard Hart, no matter what you think. The validators, the everything, he can't control it. He only has so much. So he needed to make a layer one that he could control 150,000%. That will have the exact same scaling issues that Ethereum will, but he won't be able to update it because he's not a dev and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing except marketing. That's all he does is market, except he sucks at it now. but he has 95% of the coins. When you make a pair in a liquidity pool, you have to put Pulse up against it. For an example, if one dude has all the Pulse, he can always perma destroy everything and milk as much money and play the fiddle with each pool. That's because all the 90%, 95% of the supply that's in his wallet, he cannot sell. You cannot just sell when you have 95%. You can't even sell 1%. Even noobs can't sell anymore. No one can sell. You are getting trapped inside of Pulsechain. Like I am telling you, you are getting trapped. It's going to go down way harder. And then it would have maybe been an okay time to buy. But it's vapor because everyone that's holding, Richard needs them all to be gone in order to pump the price, because Richard is not wasting value on a bunch of fucking plebs. He's always lied. It's always been vapor. He just wants more complexity. He does all this fucking workout talk and bullshit now. Back in the day, he was like, I'm smart about everything. That's because no one knew anything about him. He was coming online to tell everyone everything about him, telling everyone how big of a genius he was, telling everyone how fucking rich he was. Who does that? Do you know any rich people that actually do that? I know rich people in real life. I'm white boy. White boy, no rich people. And guess what? None of them brag about how much money they have. None of them are constantly obsessed with which wristwatch they're going to wear today, although they like a wristwatch. None of them are freaking funneling people into telegrams, making bots all day long. Richard has so many alt accounts, you would not believe it if you knew the truth. I don't even believe it. But once you know Richard well enough, you know his verbiage. He's on so many. If you say something real that pisses him off, he'll bring up like a feedback and like no one else would know it except him. But if he needs them to be gone to pump the price, why tell everyone to buy it in the first place? Always buy it. Always buy it. Richard wants you to buy his shit all the time. You know why, Slumped? Because then it goes to him. Because he has 95% of the supply. You're buying something that you don't own any of. You own 0.000000001% of the supply. Good luck playing the fiddle. Richard's not getting 550,000 people $1 million. Richard has always been a scam artist, and Richard has always been grifting everyone. Period. I have been involved since day one, and he has only lied. Yeah, you can't confirm. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Maybe it is, but don't look too much into it. Richard's also lazy, and he's not locked in anymore. So don't get it twisted. Like Richard's playing 4D chess, dude. Richard bought the ETH top. It's never recovered since. Ethereum market's going to wait until he pinches out. They need it. I have a theory that meme coins that have been around for a while / useless coins need to get completely flushed out for Ethereum to do anything. And by move sideways until everyone's gone. Move sideways until everyone's gone. There are techniques to pinch out people. We all saw the bridge go down. We all see the massive people dumping every single day. Yeah, Peter Schiff was right. All those guys were right. They were way smarter than me. No. Richard does not like 4D chess. I've been here the whole time, Gandhi. Don't fucking give him that much credit. Don't give Richard that much credit. Everyone has. I went into the spaces with that Jason guy yesterday. And Jason, the Bitcoin guy, what's his name? He's like trying to sell trust and shit. Or not trust and shit, but going parabolic. I was talking to this guy here yesterday for like 40 minutes. Back and forth. And I asked him his opinion on RH, and he kept saying, like, RH is a smart guy. And I kept reminding him that you just think that. And then I asked him, how much money did RH have? And he said, a lot. And I said, have you ever confirmed it? And he said, no. And I'm like, what the fudge? And then everyone's like, he's just a smart fucking guy. Like, Richard's just a smart guy. Richard is hiding in Russia right now, running from the police, telling people to send digital fucking bullshit to everyone's door so he can have the world's largest scam that ever existed. And it's done already. Richard knows there's no all-time highs, by the way. on Hex. Richard did that math a long time ago. If he ever even thought it would hit a second cycle high, which he didn't, because, oh, you know what? Yeah, so this guy, I talked to him about Richard Hart, and he's like, Richard's a real smart guy, and we got money from his chain from the 4 copies. And I'm like, why does everyone keep saying Richard's such a smart guy? It's only because Richard told you he was a smart guy a million times. Richard's just a neurotic motherfucker who's so self-serving that he can stare at the computer for longer periods of time than most people. Like, Richard just pattern recognizes things because he hasn't left his room in fucking years. All these guys were right. These guys were right. These guys were right. Jason was right. Pomp was right. Fucking Laser Eyes was right. And if you just went with them instead of Richard Hart, you'd be very happy with your investments. So let's go down a little bit more. Let's see what kind of trouble I've been getting in. There's my shit. People are already calling me a scam artist. Like, all right, just let me scam you, daddy. Scam me, daddy. They see the mints when it gets minted from the bridge over to Ethereum, and they think I'm minting free coins. No, that's just what it's called. You ding-dongs. This is a 50 piece. Somebody ripped a 50 piece DeFi DERS. Friend of mine. Motley investor getting blocked. Motley's always put the whole goddamn team on his back. Motley's a good human being. Motley has morals. Motley has standards. Yes, he likes money like everyone else, but he's a good person. And guess what? Richard blocked him too. These were the guys that had more of this shit than anyone you know. These dudes rode for Richard every single day for 6 years straight, and he's just blocking them all because of this fuck right here. It's all his fault. Richard is the problem with Pulsechain. Richard is the problem with everything in his life. Richard's fatness problem, his fault. Richard's social isolation problems, his fault. Running in Russia from international police, his fault. Almost losing his family in Panama from fucking drug dealers, his fault. Losing all his money leverage trading, his fault. And now he sits there and calls you stupid. And I'm here to tell you guys the truth. Richard Hart is the one who is stupid. He's just so self-serving that you could never imagine someone being this stupid. Here's fucking good times. You want to have good times? On base. That's the contract address on base. That might not be for GRC. That might be for Beppe. Stairway to Heaven. So this is the message I really want to get across to everyone. And I've said this many times over the last couple of weeks. Richard Hart works for us now. That's the attitude you have to have. 100x or get the fuck out of crypto forever and leave us the fuck alone, you scamming piece of shit. Chop, chop, start twerking on live stream again. That's how you got people to buy last time, right? What's wrong, Richard? You ain't got it in you anymore? Every single day. This is every single day of this piss. Every single day for years. For years. And he's calling you dumb for just to continue to buy and market. He is a fucking idiot. And he just blocks everyone so he can't even. Look what we do. This is what we do over here on Chia. We make fucking cool Pokemon cards for the meme coins. I want mine. I want mine. Win GRC. Pokemon. Ah! And everyone else is turning on him too. They're all taking after me and a couple core guys that really are just. So here's RH Max. I think as many people have washed out of Pulsechain as there's going to be. Nope, incorrect, Max. RH Max is an example of a good person, but he is so naive about human intentions. Also, price may go up. Nope, price will go down. Buddy, you got me to, we all lost money. I didn't go as far as changing my name, kind of. I used to listen to you back in the day, but I'm still oblivious to what Richard was literally just taking money, doing nothing useful as old, fat, lazy people stuff. Stop getting more people wrecked. Dude, you get in day one, or is RH paying you? We don't lie. We know it's one or the other. Keep chugging his Red Bull can. And then, of course, I told Lane he was a Chad, because he is a Chad. And guys, watch out for these scams. Dude, seriously, they're all over the place. This is bullish for my crypto, though, because that means we're making moves. This means we're making moves. The fitness challenge is coming up, guys. So it's warning 1 of 3. It's back. Crypto Fitness Challenge 2025. GRC holders in the Tang Gang Discord are entering a fight to the death style fitness throwdown. Last challenge, 15,000 USD in rewards at the time. 100 plus LBs lost by the winner. Lives changed, money made. This year, bigger, wilder, more intense. We rewarding the hungriest grinders, earn clout and crypto. Check the memes. RH Max has to, I think he's just like one of those guys that just trusts everyone, because I'm kind of like that too. This is what Richard's saying. Blocking people is awesome. There's nothing more fun than blocking people that are actively denigrating something you're passionate about. You're passionate about stealing everyone's money, you fat fucking loser. That's all you're passionate about. Sitting there doing fucking jack all. Last second bullshit. Never updating anything. Pivoting every single day. No work done. Stupid copy paste. Validator centralization. 95% of the supply to you. Everyone's down 99%. Thanks, Richard. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. No, you're a fucking fraud. 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 Too many good people got hurt, Richard. I understand people get hurt in crypto. I understand that people lose it all in Bitcoin and all sorts of stuff. But I am telling you, he's just way more manipulative, and I think it's worth just calling him out for being a fucking liar. It's just worth it for me. People are loving it. The people that there's a market for people that hate Richard hard. It's bigger market than people buying his products. But he just doesn't know that yet. He's a little slow on the market, as you can tell, after that fucking made the top on ETH. Down ever since. He thought everything would just blow off top again. So fucking classic, Richard. You really thought all this piss would blow off top? And don't be afraid to add liquidity to the XCH side of, you earn pretty good fees, and it's very helpful to the price chart for sure. Like very helpful, because it just makes like normal sells less, and whales can't really sell that much without me just buying back in with whatever. So it's just new is what I'm trying to get at. It's new. Let's look at some more shit. And these are all community. This is all community right here. I didn't build any of these pictures. I know who this guy is now. I've talked to him, and he's part of all our groups, and I like his token too. It's CNI. The Cat Network Index. Cats are a form of, you'll learn in the Chia world. GRC, Jock, Bepe, CNI. No suits, just gains. Venice Beach just got memed harder than Wall Street ever will. We're taking over with memes and fun. Okay? And then look at this GRC alpha thread. Okay, this is how I'm going to end the stream. And I am streaming tomorrow. And I'm going to be more diabolical tomorrow. I'm really locked in today. So I really am. And I know whenever I get super, super interested in something, I get super dialed in. But look, I'm going to read this whole thread and explain it to you. And I already showed you the 9mm and the aerospace kind of pools. But this is the GRC alpha thread. Like, if you want to know the alpha for GRC, I'm telling you now, and I'm going to give you enough information here where you can at least figure it out on your own. Because getting into good stuff's not always easy, right? It's not as easy as swapping everything in your account for Pulse while it's 90% of it is this fat dude fucking supply, blah, 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 use a stupid little bridge. All that's kind of easy because Ethereum's used to that. But it's the same concept, right? We're on Base and we're on Ethereum. I mean, we're on Base and we're on Chia. So there is a Put this in your save favorites. This is the greatest bridge. This is the greatest bridge experience I've had. It's not necessarily fast. It's so secure. It's so peer-to-peer. It's so chill. Because that's not how it works, NBA, Rick. Because people can just make pairs. And Richard has 90% of the supply. So if he really thought something was a threat, he would destroy it. Because he has endless purchasing power on the chain. That's what people don't get. If you come out with something and it's actually good, Richard's going to destroy it anyway. Because he's not making money on it unless he buys all of it and holds it, or he destroys it. And he can destroy anything at any time because he has all of the pulse. So he can buy your product more than you can. He can't buy GRC more than I can on Chia. Nobody can. Sharks can't do that. I made sure I went to a place that was isolated because then the chart could go up easier, better, faster, less downside, less people that are just cheating for the sake of cheating. You're not getting what I'm saying. You can't pick what you pair shit to over there. Check everything. There's 100 pairs. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Everything's aggregated now. Everything the game is different, dude. I'm telling you. Look at any pair. There's 50 pairs for it. And they're all getting botted in arbitrage. And Richard can attack and destroy any coin at any time if it pops on his radar, which most of them won't. But I want my community to be protected from fucking evil scammers. So I would have launched on Pulse if I didn't think, if I thought it would work. I know it wouldn't work. And I can tell you, maybe 4 years ago it would have worked. Maybe when it first came out, it would have worked. Maybe I could have made some money on it, but there's no future. Yes, I know that, dude. Dude, I know that. But other people create pairs of the same token. You can't stop other people from making 100 pairs. That kills all of your pairs because the value changes in those pairs. And they all arbitrage together. You can't do it like you used to. You can try. If nobody knows about your shit and everyone that's in it is ignorant, but the people that are buying my shit are smart. They set up these liquidity pools quick. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying, it's not a fruitful act for me to do. It's not a fruitful act for me to just be worried about people that have way too much vapor buying into my stuff with money that I can't have more than them of because they printed out endless supply to themselves. I had to buy the supply of my shit like everyone else because I'm not an evil, horrible scam guy. I minted no tokens for me. I had to buy them on the market. I had to take the risk. So the point is that it's not my call what the pair is on Pulse. It is my call what the pair is on Chia. So back in the day, people weren't so privy to these liquidity pools. I have 100 liquidity positions. So I just know because this is what I do. I kind of do the same exact thing to a degree. So anyway, let me switch here. Oh, GRC went up. Some nice buys coming in for GRC. I just love to see it. 90 clip last night. And again, it's not something, it's just a community token. I'm going to make more incentives to have it. So right now it's just a free for all for who gets the most. Who gets the most for really cheap. And then once I'm incentivizing people to buy it for participation reasons, that's when it's going to be and then it'll correct again, obviously. 550,000 GRC for one whale position, 1%. It's actually more than a whale bag because of all the burnt supply or the burnt LP, but I'd say 300,000 to 500,000 would be a whale position. But there'll be more burns too, so And then the bigger your position, the more rewards you get in the Discord. So you'll get bigger rewards in the Discord if you have a whale position. It stops at whale position though. So like over that, it's not going to change anything, I don't think. I still have to talk to Tom about all that stuff. But again, all right, so here's the alpha thread. Looking for alpha, here's how Ethereum, Base, and Pulsechain users can tap into real yield from new tokens like WGRC and WXCH while bridging into untapped power of ecosystem. So really the untapped power I talk about is once you buy something on Base and bridge it over to Chia, you're on Chia now. You don't have to worry about all this shit, the EVM shit anymore. And I'm telling you, people are flooding onto this chain. I don't care what people say about the price. I'm watching them. They're in my DMs. They're talking to me. This is the alpha. You found the alpha. It's not necessarily GRC token being the alpha, although it's new, so it'll go up a lot. But the alpha is that there's real liquidity and no one's found out about it over on Chia. And that means there's real users, real people, real projects. They're building constantly. They do 24-hour spaces. They're always asking the right questions and talking to the right people. Bermuda Capital, the SEC, Gene Hoffman's putting in. We can go to SEC.com right now and see Chia Network and Gene Hoffman and Bermuda Capital putting in documents to be. Dude, Richard Hart tweets for 5 minutes and he's like, dude, I just blew my load, dude. I cannot believe I still have to put up with this working. No, dude, I'm not cheating it. Let some of the little cheat it. The Crypto Gains Club, no one has enough of the supply to defect it that much. My neighbor has a big amount. He doesn't even know how to access it. I forced him. Bah! But he's up big, so now I'm sketched out. I'm at to steal his computer. All right, listen. On Base, use ETH or USDC to buy WXCH. So when you're on Base, 9mm and Aerodrome, Base is amazing, by the way. You can earn fuckloads of yield on Base, dude. If you have any assets, not GRC, WXCH, USDC, whatever. If you go into that ETH WXCH pool, you're going to make a lot of money. The transaction fees are small and it's new and there's just money to be made over there as far as liquidity providing is concerned. So understand, if you want to support me, like buying WGRC and putting $200 or $300 into the LP and just letting it sit there with all of our shit, you'll earn good yield, I promise. And you have an appreciating token, and then you won't be as likely to cheat it. And it's helpful to me. So if you actually care, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it though. You can dump the chart. Everything's new, so I don't have to worry about it still. All right. So once you acquire your WXCH on Base, and I'm not going to explain to you how to use Base. If you don't know how to use Base, you got to figure that out a little bit. Then you swap WXCH for WGRC, right? Bridge the Chia. So once you have the WGRC, then you go to this site right here. This is warp.green. Amazing bridge here. Amazing bridge. And we'll look at the docs real quick just to give you an idea. Welcome to warp.green developer docs. This is a cross-chain messaging protocol that currently allows sending data between EVM and CoinSet Chia. This is not a drill. This thing is sick. This is your experience with crypto is going to change. I promise you that. And it has nothing to do with my token. It has to do with the blockchain you're interacting with. My token is my people's way to get in here and get some gains and check it out and learn the ecosystem, learn about Honk and all that stuff. Yeah, those are for my guys. But the truth is I'm here for a reason. So if you see there's a message sent from the Ethereum portal, validator, portal, back out. So we have found a way to get from Solidity to Chia Lisp and messaging protocol overview. And if you guys want to see this, I'll drop it here. ETH ETH is the gas token on Base, Antes. So if you're doing a bridge, from ETH on Ethereum to ETH on or USDC, just make sure you do ETH first and have a little ETH in there always, and then you can swap whatever. But Base is Ethereum. It's just a scaling solution, I guess. So that's that. It's very simple. Fuck. It's very simple as far as, look, you go WGRC, so you just type it in, or I like to look at all of them. Where's my WGRC? Oh, here it is. So wrap GRC, if I'm on Base to Chia, it's going to be, let's say, 100,000. I can actually do it, I think, right now. So I think I have 100,000 in here. So we're going from Base to Chia. We're going to bridge. There's going to be a little fee, 0.3% protocol fee. Oh, shit. I got to do the right token. My bad. Sorry, I wasn't thinking I was actually going to press the button, which I probably won't because I should look at shit before I do it. But 100,000. I want WCRC to Chia, and then we'll go like this: receiving GRC, sending wrap GRC, initiate bridging. It's going to come up in your wallet up top right. It's going to say confirm, and then that'll be that. And then it'll show up in because you have to add both wallets on here. So it's just a messaging app between two wallets. This is the only bridge you can use and you should use. I'm telling you that. I've used other ones. You can use crypto.com and shit to get XCH though. Use crypto.com to buy XCH. That's the easiest way to do this. But if you have Ethereum assets and you want exposure to XCH and WGRC, you can just use Base. Like, don't let your bags bleed to zero before you diversify a little bit. All right, so and then we'll continue. Let's see what else I wrote on this thread because I don't even remember. I was typing yesterday, boy. All right, so I just told you about Warp Green Bridge, okay? On Chia, there's plenty of liquidity for my coin. So don't think because you see low liquidity. That's why if you're buying on Base, dude, buy $50, buy $30. But don't buy a fuckload because you want to practice first. I'm going to make sure these pools are more mature. You get a better deal early on because the price is low. But really, I want to make sure this matures and I can monitor it. Like everything Richard didn't do. He never monitored his shit. He just spammed it and tried to extract as much money as possible. He did it good early on, but once he saw the money, too much money, he couldn't keep up with it. And he just started twerking on TV. That was his game plan. He's all marketer. Richard Hart is a marketer, which just means he's a smoke and mirror. He's a snake oil salesman. Everything Richard says is not true, basically. If he's talking about his products. Back in the day, he was honest about a lot of shit. But then when he came out with products, his whole focus just turned into himself. And now he's in Russia hiding from the federales. Okay, so Base is for small buys only because if you buy a small buy over there, then you could sell it easier in the future when things are more on it, because I'm really trying to work on the pools on XCH mainly so that they're nice and plump so people don't have mad slippage upside or mad slippage downside. GRC is already up 5x in 5 days, and WXCH unlocks the greenest chain power. This is your signal. I did this thread for a reason. 229 likes, 27 retweets. People are interested in people that are paying attention, giving directions, and not fucking everyone over. So if you want to, Richard used to teach us all shit. Now he doesn't teach shit. See what Sami's doing. Sami's chilling. Breaking news. A landmark judgment for the AI industry. This is my old co-host, Sam Stolt, retweeted this. U.S. federal judge ruled Anthropic may train its AI on published books with authors' permission. This is our first court endorsement of fair use protecting AI firms when they use copyright text. Yeah, so copyright talk for AI, that's obviously going to be a big topic. How can it not be, right? It's literally just automated copy and paste for everyone on everything ever. So, and at the end of the day, guys, if you don't have that much money in general, if you're cooked, and you just be smart about what you do. I am insane. I've always been. Everyone in this community knows I've always been. But at the same time, I don't want people to get hurt. I don't want everyone to flood into this thing and get hurt. I want people to look at it, learn about the bridge, learn about Chia, because I built a coin that was built on something great. And the only reason I'm not building on Pulsechain is because it's garbage, vapor that Richard is manipulating. And they will send that pdai shit up. They'll do whatever they got to do to fucking psyop you for the least amount of money. So they have these really thick pools with pdai right now. And basically they're trying to manipulate that price. Richard already fudded it twice and failed because basically what Richard thought is when he bought $3,800 Bitcoin, Ethereum, that it was going to blow off top. Richard's not very well practiced right now. Everyone and their mama knew we weren't just going to blow off top for the regular time. So we needed a big dumb retard to buy it, to make that top so we could eventually get back out, right? We have to get back out. Ethereum's going to go sideways and bleed those guys out, dude. It has to. Nobody wants Richard to have any ETH. Like the best thing for ETH is that if Richard Hart was gone. The biggest vampire attack in ETH history. And he published everything about it and he ruined a lot of shit. And I'm sure the devs, I am insane. Yep. I vouch that he's definitely insane. Get him a pool cabana with some drinks. You'll see. That was Vegas. Dude, everyone gives me so much heat for partying hard in Vegas. We were in Vegas. I never go to Vegas. I still get heat from It's so funny. For being off the wall in Vegas. I'm like, we were in Vegas. It was so fun. Sandy, hold on. Let me get you a mod, Sandy. I got to open my YouTube. Hold on. This is some of the hardest stuff for me to do, like add and subtract mods for some reason. Because I'm looking at StreamYard and I don't have Producer Bullish anymore. We're friends. He's just working on shit, doing shit. I would really appreciate if you guys just shared the stream and spammed as much of my stuff as you could, especially the Richard Hart slander. That would be the most ideal. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to add a couple people to mod. Who wants to be a mod? I feel like Crypto Games Club has to be a mod, but I feel like it might be a psyop with him still. I'm scared. Don't psyop my channel, even if you are a psyop. But if... Let me see. Let me get cookies and milk in here. If I see you coming back on the regular, you're in. You're in the mod. Sandy Beach is... No, you got to show up. You got to be involved for a couple days. Sandy Beach has been involved for a couple years, daily. And so with Crypto Games Club has been in my ear for life. And I love that my voice is being heard a little bit for some people, some good people. There's some good people that are starting to hear. There's some good people that are starting to hear the good word. And I'm not playing about my stance. Guys, listen, I am 31 years old. I have been studying this stuff inside and out for 7 years straight. I have made every mistake a human can possibly make in a faster amount of time. In 1 year, I've made more mistakes than most people will ever make. That's how I roll. That's how I always roll. I'm risk on 24/7. I've always been that way. I don't like normal. I want to learn what's going on and dominate one day, right? That doesn't mean right now. I want to have a big YouTube stream one day, and I know I am. I don't even really have to fucking. It takes time though. The reason I know I can be a streamer is because I know I can outlast people. It's all about outlasting and being authentic. I am literally doing a completely obvious campaign about RH. I have created a coin on a better blockchain, and I'm telling you, it's going to go basically straight up in value compared to his shit. And that's the same vigor that Richard had early on. But he wasn't worried about a better blockchain. He wasn't worried about anything else except getting a sacrifice as much as possible money from everyone that has worked their entire life for it, while he sits and cries and runs and tells everyone to market harder. Richard Hart is a fraud. He is a fraud in every sense of the word. He's not as intelligent as you think. He's more of a loser than you think. And he has less money than you think, other than the money that he's collected from you. And guess what? He's going to ask you for more. Believe me, this is the worst part of my whole FUD campaign. Everyone's going to be ready when he asks you for more. The only way is for everyone to sell out or everyone to give up their coins. That is how we go back up. When that happens, if there's still anyone talking about this shit, because generally the average intellectual knows that it's stupid. Now, people like high risk gambling. Pulsechain, Richard Hart, what's good? I will be your mod when its time is right. I'm God at modding like RHs of crypto. Hey, what's up, RH alt accounts? We love RH alt accounts around here. That's what built the whole brand of Hex. Fake accounts. And then it went from there and tricked guys like me. You got me early on in my career, though. I was a young man when I first found Hex. Young, 24. Wasn't ready for the big leagues. Although I made a lot of money. So. And I do want to give Richard his props, too, because smarter people keep telling me, like, you do have to let people know that Richard kind of taught you how to flip birds online. Like, Richard, thank you for teaching us how to flip birds online. That's like my only props for him. Like, you didn't teach me anything good about life. You didn't teach me anything, maybe marketing, because I'm just like basically trolling your whole marketing campaign. It's very easy to do. And trolling your whole 10,000x shit, very easy to do. It's not hard to do. If it starts at 0, it's so stupid, dude. Like, it bugs me that Richard knows how dumb people are, and then he takes advantage of people before they learn shit. And that's his best prey. Now, we'll just do one final thing. I want you to know how much more I know about this than you. I just clicked on a random video of Richard Hart. He's dressed as gay as ever. Whoops. And I'm going to guess to you he's doing a lot of the same things I'm doing right now. The only difference? I'm actually telling you what's going on. He's lying and pretending this is some force of nature that is out of control, that is just his God brain cannot, So just understand, it's all framing. Richard is a framer. He knows something's going to go up 10,000x because he has the money to push it there. Very little money it takes. I can show you on my chart. It's up 5x in 5 days. It's very simple. All you need is a little bit of hype. And fair distribution, which everyone fucks up. Everyone F's up fair distribution. They think that you have to own 90, 80, 60% of the supply. Why? Why? You want people to get in and participate and be a part. People want to be whales. You need whales. You need whales. You don't need, you want other people to come in and yeah. Yeah, anyone that wants to get in the Discord and do all that stuff, I will help you when the stream's over. I will buy. I will buy Gandhi NFT. Send link. Send link. Link send. I buy anyone's shit. I just always am like that. I just a little, like couple, $10, $40, 10, $15, whatever the heck it is. If I like it, I'll check it out. So let's move over to a Richard Hart video where I know he's talking out of his ass because I've watched every one of his videos. And this is going to be a part of our little daily. Since Richard went around the internet telling everyone that everything was a scam to market his own product, I'm going to go around the internet telling everyone Richard Hart is a scam artist and market my own product while being honest about the price action and not confusing everyone. This is how God would do it if he was doing it. Richard is how the absolute devil piss machine would do it if he was fucking shit. Richard sucks. He's evil, and that's the worst part. I wish he wasn't. So read the title. Are Bitcoin and Ethereum scams? Are they going to zero? Same thing I'm doing, right? Richard wants to use that strong language. Like, what's the strongest language you can use? Are they going to zero? He should have not write question mark. It should be, are Bitcoin and Ethereum going to zero? Scams, Richard Hart, and blah, 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 discuss. So let's see if there's any timestamps here. This is back when Richard used to give good information, though. So he's basically saying Bitcoin and Ethereum are scams. He realized they are scams. Everything's kind of a scam. He's creating his own scam, but he needs to frame everyone like it's not a scam, so they'll purchase as much as, hey, bye, Sandy. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for everything you do. Always, you're amazing. You really are making this possible for many of us. It's not just me.
Right. So first off,
cheap.
It doesn't need to be cheap. So if you
want to do a payment system, you need it to is the Silk Road drug market.
I don't know, I think they did maybe 150 million a year gross. My guess, maybe more.
Yeah,
maybe a billion.
About $500,000 a day gross sales.
Okay.
Do you know what it is today?
I don't know.
Only about $1 million a day in gross sales.
Who are you measuring though? Like.
Nicholas Christian has been doing a lot of work in that field. And
so just know, just like me and Richard, just like I'm doing right now, this is about the audience Richard has. I want you to know something. I was the best promoter Richard ever had. That's for certain. I didn't have the most muscle, but I was great at just being online and talking about it. Look, Richard found the biggest nerds on the internet to discuss this theory with, right? Richard's just online to farm people just like I'm doing right now. If you're online and you have a good marketing strategy and you're kind of savvy, you can get people to follow you rather easily, but you don't have to be shit to them. You can just be cool with everyone, buy all their shit, buy all their NFTs, join all their fucking groups, buy some of their stuff, sell some of their stuff, play around, make memes in the meme competition. That's what it matters. It's not about every dollar that enters the chart, blah, blah, blah. It's about, is this going to be around in a year? Is this going to be around in 2 years? And Richard was back then. This is him pre-farming people. And it's not the guy he's talking to. The guy he's talking to never invested. Guarantee it. He's a Diet Coke, like, basement dweller. Just like Richard. Like, these are Richard's friends, too. Like, think back before Richard told everyone he was cool. These are the guys that he would discuss stuff with. These are the guys. Because they are the only guys that talk about this shit. Now guys like me are talking about it. Guys that have been busting ass and working out for years, hanging out, just more social guys that are just internet dwellers, right? The information is catching up with Richard, and he published all this nonsense online. Yeah, smart guys are hard to come by in crypto. It's unfortunate. Yeah, look at the suit. Like, look at the peacocking. Like, why, Richard? Who didn't give you enough strokes as a kid, Richard? Why are you dressed like that? Where's all the watches, Richard? Oh, wait, it's the same room you've always been in, or were back in the day. Oh, wait, then you got everyone's money for the sacrifice. Oh, wait, and Hex, and then you bought a bunch of luxury goods. We don't see those too much anymore, do we? Wonder where those luxury goods are. People don't understand. If you know people, you know people. Like, knowing people is what knowing crypto is all about. The intentions of the founder. Richard came out with this whole holier than thou. He thought he had to make a call. No, he didn't. If Richard Hart fucking kids are like building a moped in there. Fucking thing's loud as shit. But Richard's, he was into the game. He was into the dating, like black magic bullshit back then. So he thought peacocking was smart. Like he thought girls were going to be all up on his shit for wearing this stuff, I'm sure. And the whole point is right now he is in a locked in state. He is coming up with his coin. He is figuring everything out. He is going to deploy the Ethereum. I don't know what year this is. This is 7 years back. So this is right when I got into crypto, actually. So interesting. Let's just listen to it for a minute halfway through and see what he says. See, and most of the time he'll be really honest with this stuff. So this was before Hex came out. So he was still being honest back then because he had no reason not to be. And then the second that he started selling something, he had to go full robo marketer, and he just forgot about all game theory, forgot about all distribution metrics, forgot about everything because the bag was too fat. When Joe Flacco got $130 million for his contract, he never threw a good ball again. Some guys are lazy. Some guys aren't doing things for the right reasons. When you're doing things for the right reasons, you don't care about the money that much. It's important to like do all your stuff. But like he'll skimp out on a dev for the best project of his life just to save $2,000. He's that kind of guy. And he's told us that a million times.
And has had the advantage of getting ground truth data from things like the post Silk Road bust and the like.
All right.
And so even for the drug dealers,
because we got off of any type of real standard, right? There is no gold standard. There's no metal standard. There's no oil standard. All we have is people inflating to pay debts against a population that's shrinking. We got old people that need medicine, and we got fewer workers.
Our argument is because the tide is in, we should all be swimming naked.
I like swimming naked, dude. It ain't fun for nobody else. They're not going to enjoy it, but I like it.
If I saw Richard swim naked, I would fucking shoot myself center mass because his fucking milk makers are bigger than the last 3 girls I've been on dates with combined. Why are you happy about swimming naked? Bruh? Just don't be naked, bruh. Why are you being gay about
it? They ain't going to like what they see. They're going to have to turn their heads, but it's fun for me. I'm saying that if people took your advice if people took your advice 2 years ago, they'd never take your phone call again because you cost them their life savings. Because
Caught you. I caught you. 666 followers in here. I caught you, Richard. You son of a bitch. I caught you. No, you know how few people have seen this shit in so long? Let me slow it down for you. He's been down for 5 years now. And look at what he says. Think about framing. Think about it. Think about it, where we are now and what he used to say. And now he's telling you to market harder, and he's blocking everyone in the community. Richard Hart is a scam artist, period. Telegram raid, nonsense, 24/7 alt accounts, 24/7 smoke and mirrors because he refuses to do any work. Let's go back and listen to him say shit.
Everybody's just going to keep inflating and blowing them up because we got off of any type of real standard against
we should all be swimming naked.
I like swimming, but it's fun for me. I'm saying,
listen to this sentence very closely. Very closely. Hold on, let me put my face up. Just screen record this. I'll let you screen record it right here. Just screen record it. I'll put my face up down here. This is why I know Richard Hart is a scam artist, because people don't use consistent speech. Richard cried like a little bitch because he didn't sell the top of Bitcoin back around this time. Now he's on a marketing campaign and it's just starting. Funny enough, his coin is down for 5 fucking years. And this is what comes out of his mouth before. And I will replay this 10 times.
And that if people took your advice if people took your advice 2 years ago, they'd never take your phone call again because you cost them their life savings. Because you're smart and you're right on most of what you say, but it's not the correct speculative play. The correct speculative play is to do what the idiots are doing until the tide changes.
The problem is with bubble.
Exactly. So this is just him more saying, if you were down for 2 years, you're stupid. You're losing all your money. Everyone in Pulsechain is losing all their fucking money. We need it to die more. We need more people to lose everything. We need Richard to get fucking arrested or something. Something has to give because this is a big scam. So there's a bunch of money on the table still. Until all that money is about 90% dried up completely, then things can go up. But Richard kind of engineered this thing to be the slowest bleed out in the history of bleed outs. Richard Hart is the worst dude ever. So he made sure that he could continue to capture value by having 95% of the supply because all of the coins are all liquidity. I mean, all have LP pairs with PLS. No, it doesn't have shoulder pads. It's just a certain brand that like pops up and he's so fat around his tits that the thing catches up on him. So really it's just a bad size suit. Or he's too big downstairs so like the suit's kicking up on itself. Either way, he's got milkers.
And you admit that this is a bubble.
Sure. But how many more orders of magnitude can you go?
And that's a void. Because when the
Pulsechain is a void. This dude top left already knew this, could have told you it a year ago, could have told you 10 years ago, could have told you 50 years ago, because he's using his actual brain. Richard, on the other hand, is trying to figure out how to play this. So understand everything that Richard's talking about with other people and like also farming users. He's trying to figure out how to play this as he pulls off the biggest $3 billion scam ever, which he probably did not think was possible at this very moment because he just took it too far. He could not stop himself. He had to see everyone lose all their money. If you took Richard Hart's advice 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years ago, you are fucking screwed forever, except for like 6 people. Richard Hart sucks. Your money is bad, down bad. Even if it pumps, dude, you're not ready for what these Jeets are going to fucking do. They're going to scare you out of positions. This is not for the weak of heart. If you are Jeeting, Pulsechain is Jeet chain only. Jeet chain only. Have $3,000, $5,000. If it 100Xs, dude, fine. So be it. You made 500 bands and you were risk off. It ain't going to happen anyway. I've already ran the numbers 100,000 times, dude, in my head. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. And I'm telling you, there's not enough money in the goddamn known world to make this fat fuck stop selling on the chart now that it's already gone through its first phase. And getting it to all-time highs again is not advantageous for him. It's not. Getting a random meme coin or like pdai is something he might do because he's super low level. He does not like to waste money. He hates wasting money. And if he puts liquidity up, he's wasting money because everyone's going to run to the exit. People that have too big of whatever.
The bubble collapses are always unpredictable and inevitably violent. This is the third major bubble I've watched through.
Right.
And avoid.
And every time that the bubble pops, we're at a multiple of the last high of the last bubble. Until that behavior changes, it is entirely super duper rational to keep buying them.
Very good for the people who bought.
Right. Yes. Agreed.
Remember this guy?
I don't.
Oh, he was such a great incentive of shareholder value. That's the problem with bubbles.
Hey, this is Richard actually thought that was funny. Richard, it's funny when you see Richard laugh because that was funny. This nerd ass dude doesn't give a shit. He's just, he's a rogue agent. He's like GRC. He doesn't care. He's just a freedom fighter. Richard's saying, I have bags and I want the Ponzi to stay going. This dude's like, what's going on? And then the dog comes out. That's just great. If you ever have a minute, watching his old video,
Pops, we're at a multiple.
Very quickly not to invest in his products if you watch any of his old videos because he talks out of his literal asshole the entire time. 684 people live in here. Smash the like button. Are you in here? Drop likes. Drop comments. I know you're a very I know that you probably hold a lot of bags. And if you think I'm the one making people dump the chart, you're stupid. I know the chart needs to dump. I know it. It has to. Too many people still have too much. Yeah, that's why I'm so confident about it going down. Because Richard is not going to just enrich everyone. He's just not that guy. He's about me. And instead of saying, I'm going to launch a coin, you probably get a better deal. You'll get a decent deal on it if you're early, and then staking rewards and like actually going about it in like some mathematical, but no, he had to twerk on stage. He had to take his ass out. He had to go on Fresh and Fit. He had to go punch that 16-year-old in whatever, Miami. He had to not pay his taxes. He had to go on the run. He had to do a sacrifice. Then he had to do another sacrifice for a totally useless coin. Useless. All useless. But it's okay to make stuff that's kind of useless if it's low barrier to entry, because then you can do stuff in the future. But when it's not, you're not getting a good deal. Even people are skeptical about Bitcoin in this way. Imagine being skeptical about Pulsechain. I think Ethereum centralized garbage at this point. And Pulsechain is omega centralized garbage with no update potential. Richard doesn't know a thing anymore, nor does he care. All he's doing is talking about sending everyone in the country a fucking something with their phone, a little something marketing scheme. It'll drop far enough and pump. It's not going to all-time highs, bro. Mark it, pin it. My whole career can align on it. Richard Hart products aren't going to all-time high. Unless everyone's gone. And I mean, there's not a fucking soul left in the building. And he might do it again. But you'll know. It'll be so... I mean, I was buying stakes for $2,000 a T-share, and they're getting 1 cent payout per day. So that's pretty much nuking your money to zero anyway. But if you knew the amount of people that were doing short-term rolling stakes still, you can still stake 55 million hex for 5 days and earn a million hex or whatever. So you got to understand that people are still making money off this. There's still people that are living off this. Toby1 Kenobi, Johnny Chaos. The reason these guys shill so hard is because they're still living off of the proceeds. That means lower lows. Lower lows. RG3 has to capitulate. Rackham has to capitulate. Crypto Coffee has to capitulate. RH Maxi has to capitulate. It will get to the point where those dudes are switching. And that's when that's when guys like me come back. And I'm not going to say anything like Richard was right, Richard was right, Richard was wrong about everything. I'm going to jeet the fuck out of a 10x that he needs to do while pretending it goes to 100x, which it won't. And then I will get a 10x and dump on him. It'll be his final day if he's not in prison. I might be wrong about all this stuff. I might be. He might be the biggest freedom fighter ever and doing some conspiracy theory, pdai, fucking black magic to make... No. I've been watching Richard forever. He's all talk and all framing for the next idiot. And there's always another idiot. And that's why I built on Chia. Because I don't think idiots even find their way to Chia. You're actually helping more with holding than others. Yes. I'm pushing Richard. Let's look at Richard's Twitter real quick. Let's see how much, if nobody was talking shit, Richard wouldn't be doing nothing, but he is. He's doing quite a bit of yapping now, which is his only move. Yap, block, scam, hide. Who knew this little kid would be such a fucking pain in the ass to everyone's pocketbook? They would have fucking squashed him right there. He's like, oh, this dude didn't get 500,000 people rugged in 5 months at this age. They'd be like, no way. He just like cars. Richard Hart blocks every single person that has a good idea. He's blocked me 5 times in 5 years. If it's advantageous, he'll unblock me for whatever reason. Probably won't be. You want to be useful? Someone in the community is looking for a USA free zone to receive and hold a couple of 60 GP containers for a month. Apparently their content will be imported as donations to blah, blah, blah. Some scam that he's trying to loop around. At least he's thinking. Want to be useful? Part 2, a community member needs to know. Time to hit the phones again. Oh my God, with large fulfillment and bulk mailing. What a piece of dirt. And he's not even going to pay for it. He's going to make you pay for it. And then he's posted about dumb fucking workout shit. He's fat as fuck. Literally. Look, he can't even show the ground. He cannot even show the ground of where he is because he's in such fucking OPSEC hiding right now. Yes. Yes. Too spooky. Yes. Please. Yes. Please. Yeah, so Richard being dumb. Still here, still educating. Imagine a world where marketing and mass outpaces. So this is his next thing. He thinks that he's going to inspire everyone to start a mass movement. Dude, your reputation's already destroyed. You do not destroy your reputation sending postcards out for this motherfucker. You'll end up like RG and fucking Toby-Wan Kenobi in a perma-wreck scam fucking loophole where you think it's the real deal. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If identify things other people don't by thinking deeper, shut the fuck up, dude. I hate you. I hate you. You can't even think about how to get to the gym once. The only thing you think about is how to not show the walls when you're doing a video. It's crazy how people stop at level 1. You see how he's enticing everyone to think he's so smart? He does this. It gets dumb people going. I know it's dumb one day. For instance, people talk about billions affecting elections by spreading their speech using their money, but where primarily does that money go? To buy speech? It would seem to be often goes to entities that are left aligned. It's most immediate for blah, blah, blah. Just shut the fuck up. I can't even read his shit anymore, dude. Your shit's so down so bad. And he's talking about his dick more. Fucking gay piece of shit. Yeah, and so now we'll go to, he's down forever, lowest of all time. Lowest of all time, lowest it can possibly go. All his products are as low as they can possibly go at this moment. I mean, all-time lows. All-time lows. And then look at this fresh place where you can trade. Here's USDC, Bepe, 522K market cap, 18,000 daily volume. Jimmer Crypto, $75,000 market cap. Stonks, Honk, $200,000 market cap. Spacebooks, $600,000 market cap. Versace Ferrari, 330K market cap. So, and as you can see, top of the leaderboards here, not all the way to the top, but it's not hard to do. It's really the yes, you can join and get involved, and I am going to be incentivizing people to buy, and there's only 55 million max supply, and yes, you can join the Telegram, and yes, I'll teach you how to do everything if you want. But the reality of it is Richard's being called out because this is not hard to perform. If you have a little hype, yeah, you need presence, you need balls. It's a little scary to come out and do something for the first time. But I'm telling you, if you focus up and you play with the liquidity pools the way you want to, and you buy a decent amount of the supply, 13 to 20%, and you spread it around to people that like your content and do stuff like that, you can get things going naturally. I have a Telegram, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. I'll drop the Telegram in here, and if you want questions, we'll be in there all day. I'm going to the pool for a little bit and working out. I just say go to the pool because it's so hot. Just join the Telegram. We were at like 30 people 3 days ago. Now we're at 130. Yeah, I started it all over. It's the same old Telegram. Yeah, so just let me know, guys, if you have any questions. This is the FUD RH campaign. It will get harder. It will get deeper. I will eventually come face-to-face with him in a debate. No, I won't. He'll never debate again, dude. He's so cooked. He can't debate anymore because all his points are invalid. I have 550 clips of him talking out his asshole. Go to the Chia blockchain and save yourself from fucking worlds of lies, really. Like, you'll never see anyone on Chia just telling you, like, on Chia, you know how I always say proof of work to proof of stake was the worst thing that ever happened to Ethereum? Well, return to proof of work. Ethereum should have stayed proof of work. We'd all be using Ethereum still. It could have figured it out. Maybe not. I don't know. The validators are centralized. You can't do it if you're a normal user. You can't validate. Pulsechain is centralized 100%. absolute shit tech compared to Ethereum. And yeah, if you want to get into Chia, learn about Chia, we do spaces all the time, almost every day. But really the directions are join my Telegram, join the Discord, verify in Discord. And if you hold GRC and you're in the verified Discord, you will get staking rewards. So if you want to learn more, join the Telegram. That's all I can say about it. Have an amazing day. I'm going to go to the pool. Let's whip them out for the end of the show. I'm going to go to the pool, drop any questions, get to the Telegram, GRC, all-time highs, Pulsechain, all-time lows, classic, so easy. A caveman could do it, or a fat gooning idiot that pretended he was smart his whole life, but really he's just neurotic. Have an amazing day. It's your boy GRC. Biceps in the chat. Damn it, they made another button, so I have to